quiz also, so hopefully you can practice some of this stuff. What's the very first thing we did?
The thriller scare game.
Thriller, yes. And what music did we use for the class?
Darian.
So, what does he know? What's his title? He's the king of the rhythm, the strong beat, the downbeat. When did he start the golden age or help kick
1936.
Yeah, 35, 36. He helped jumpstart it because they played him on the radio. Okay? By the way, I do love even the experimental orchestras. That's another story. Okay, so thriller game, right? We're stepping on what kind of beat?
Strong beat.
Strong beat, good. And you know, you can maybe stop up, but I was asking most of you to just kind of ground yourself in between your weight. And this is going to come in handy in the very last thing you did, the element of surprise. Okay. What did we do after thriller?
Tag.
Yes, good. Tag. So of course, it's hard to play this by yourself, right? The rule is however many hits you have in the beginning, you have at the end. Yes? And the main idea was at the end of the game, you're not
It.
It. Yeah, so this kind of helps you develop a sense of when the song ends, and as well as a strong beat, and sort of interacting with other people. And we played the second level, which was what kind of rhythm?
Quick, slow.
Yes. Rig, tick, tock. Quick, slow. Strong, weak, strong. 1, 2, 3. Or later on, you'll even hear 4, 1, 2. Sorry. 3, 4, 1. Thank you. Yeah. 3, 4, 1. 4, 1, 2 kind of works. So you'll hear all sorts of stuff later. And then after the tango tag, still emphasizing the strong beat of the music, which exists in all tango milonga valse, we played what kind of music?
A milonga.
No, before milonga.
Oh, sorry.
Valse. And we played this game. Yes? What did we use? What communication was going on with our partner? Eye contact. And I'd like you to use some of that in your tango. Okay? Whether it's to help you navigate the line of dance. Before you merge into the line of dance, what do you do? With the oncoming couple, make eye contact. Followers, make your leaders make eye contact. If they're kind of dragging you in like this, stop them and say, wait, we have to look at the couple. You merge one couple at a time, then the couple moves and another couple comes in. It takes a while to get in.
What did the Valse Chacarera game teach us or help us to understand in the music? The phrases.
Yes,
Comma and the period.
in this case, there's like a comma in the middle of the sentence, and then we walk it to the period. Yes? Inside of the valse, what other idea did we hear?
The melodies.
What are those things in between sentences?
The melodies?
Words?
Feels. Yeah, the little things we hear, the transition things we hear at the end of the sentence and before the next sentence starts, we hear this These are fills.
And sometime, at a certain point, you'll be ready to catch all those. Especially if you start pausing, then you'll start to hear little transitions into the next sentence. Sometimes, not all the time. And then, what was going on? There was a kind of pantomime here.
Singing.
Yes. What's the first thing that people from Buenos Aires hear and get into tango?
The lyrics.
Usually the lyrics, and that's the last thing we attune to, usually, on average. But if you can at least hear the lyrics, what do you understand?
The poetry.
Emotion, good. Phrasing, sentence structure of that song. Where the commas are, the period. It's a pretty good rule. It gets you by through a lot of songs. There are always exceptions to everything I say, okay? I'm being very black and white. You're going to find where the rules are broken, but usually they're as a nice surprise or a little interesting moment, and then back to the rules. Okay. Then we play what?
Milonga.
Yes. Oh, before we did milonga, one more thing. Followers, what is your prerogative? What right do you have in expressing yourself in the dance? This is a trick question, but specifically in the class when we worked on phrasing, what were you trying to also communicate?
Musicality.
Musicality.
Yeah, remember that long speech Cristina gave you?
Mm.
Forget it?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, she took 5 minutes of your time.
Musicality.
Breathing,
You're a
the
part of the
melody.
dance. You're not just following. You participate
Yes.
in musicality.
It's our
Yeah.
responsibility.
Yes, and followers just still by leading and not by back leading, you can add little expressive movements or breathing and stuff to let your leader know that you hear something. I was educated when I went to Europe and I danced with a friend of mine who did little things in the music, and I'm like, what was that? What was that? She would do it again. Oh, I get it. So she taught me a lot about tango. Cristina also teaches me a lot about tango every day. So, then milonga rhythm, which is the basic thing that you want to walk on in any milonga is?
The 1-2.
What's your lifesaver?
The 1-2.
1-2, even if it's fast, yeah?
1-2.
Just try to breathe, remain calm. Just enjoy this. It'll take you through years and years of dancing.
What kinds of steps? Big or small?
Small. Mm.
Great, and then you realize that even milonga there is what? There's a sense of, yes, sentences, good, kind of walking and pausing. The milonga vieja, milonga that we played by D'Arienzo was very good at explaining this, okay? The tango that we played was called Nada Más. Shoot, I always forget the waltz name. Yeah, it was La Serenata. Yeah. Okay. Serenade from yesterday. Yeah.
La Serenata del Ayer.
Great, and then we brought it all home with what? Adding an element of capital S. Yes. And these little, they're jokes, happen all the time, but in order for them to be a good joke, what do we want to do with respect to being a leader and communicating to our follower?
Not be a garbage compactor.
Statue man.
We want to be a statue. And the most important thing is where she lands has to be what kind of position?
Grounded and stable.
Grounded, comfortable, safe. Yeah, if you throw her across the room and you surprise her, it's not a nice joke. Yes? And tango has lots of jokes. When you watch people dance and they're hearing the phrasing and they're communicating, they catch all those little jokes. Followers also can throw your little jokes in there too without disturbing the lead or enhancing his dance. Anything else?
No. Questions? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
No problem. Thank you. Next class is